welcome to WrestleCram. This is your boy, the host with the most, but humble. And I do mean humble. Dino Stranavis, aka Derek, and I'm here on a Friday to give you, of course, AEW Rampage. First and foremost, thank you so much for being a part of the day. If you're watching it either today or tomorrow, if you're watching it next week, I truly do thank you from the bottom of my heart, to the depths of my loins. I truly do thank you. Without you guys, it truly wouldn't be me. And I truly do thank you. If you want to do anything for me, go ahead and watch the show first. You're doing that already. So if you want to do anything else for me, go ahead and hit the thumbs up button. Love you. If you want to do anything else for me, go ahead and hit the sub button. Hit that sub button for me or whatnot. If you want to help me out even more than just those things, go ahead and hit the notification bell. I do seven core shows each and every week. Every week, you guys, I do this for you. I love y'all 100 times over for doing all of those things for me. Go get the name out there beyond what I do, so we can get this bad boy monetized and whatnot. I truly do thank you again before I start the show. Rampage was an okay show. I enjoyed it. I enjoyed the part with Jade. They're getting Jade back into, obscurity, thank you, out of obscurity and whatnot, and I truly do thank them for that. Also, we are tweaking it a little bit more since Andrade is, I'm guessing, on suspension or on leave or has fired or been quit. I don't know. I don't know anything about that, so they put more stuff into a very simple storyline. We'll talk about it at the end of the show. And also, we got a person who that was part of the staff that recently passed. His name was Brian Muster. He was the lead video engineer. He passed away. I think he was 27. He was a very young person. So our hearts and our prayers and our thoughts go out to that gentleman and his family. I heard that it was very sudden. So I truly hate that happened, especially to somebody who I'm 36. Goodness gracious, that is very young to be going above and beyond to another world, to another dimension. I hate that, and I truly do hate that happened. Once again, I'm sending nothing but positive and healing energy to that family. So let's go ahead and get to the show. First and foremost, we start off with the Acclaim and the Varsity Athletes, which was a really great starting point for the show due to the fact that it kind of fizzles in the middle. It kind of, so the match itself was really good due to the fact that this is a title versus trademark. If you don't know anything about what happened last on Dynamite, we got where Mark Sterling bought the rights to Scissor Me, so they cannot do anything that's scissoring, or they will be fined or sued, and they would lose all their money and everything else. So he threatened, either you can give my boys a title shot, or you can just not say Scissor Me anymore. So of course, the Acclaim did do a match with them, and in the match, of course, Caster does do his really nice rapping, talking about, of course, what happened the week of, or the day of. It was about Kanye acting the fool or whatnot. Not gonna get into it with that, but they do the, they're in Daly's place in Jacksonville, Florida, and they were about to do the Scissor Me Daddy Ass, but they could not, and that's where Mark Sterling gets on the mic and informs him, you want to make sure you don't do that. Make sure you can't do that. There's no way you can do that. He has actually the trademark in the glass. We do get the match. Josh Woods attacks Billy Gunn first, but the ref did not see that. But the ref did see Billy Gunn attack Josh Woods, and Billy Gunn is ejected from the match itself. Also, we get where I swear, the varsity athletes have got so much offense, and to me it does look like Caster did mess his arm up. I don't know why they continuously do this story where I think Matt Caster has messed up his arm, but apparently he didn't. We did get a beautiful The Arrival, followed by the mic drop to win the match. Mark Sterling did not give the trademark back, but out comes Billy Gunn, throwing him into the ring. They put that scissor me timbers on. Well, first they stump his nuts a million times, and they put the scissor me timbers on him, and Billy rips the trademark. So I'm guessing that now they can actually use the scissor me daddy ass and pretty much anything that consists of scissor as well. After that, we get a Jade Cargill promo. Apparently, Penelope is injured. So what the deal was, that my boo Jade Cargill was going to give them a match. It's gonna be with Jordan Gray versus Willow Nightingale, and they were going to get with Nyla Rose so they can get the belt from Nyla Rose, who stole the belt from Jade Cargill. I know it's a lot to take in, but what happened was, during the match between Willow Nightingale and Jade Cargill, Nyla Rose stole the belt from Jade Cargill, and she's now had that belt for about 3 weeks now. So now, she's saying that she is no longer the champion because Nyla Rose says that possession is 9/10 of law. So quite frankly, since she has the belt, she is the champion. So she is upset. She still wants her belt. She says, "I'm done with that. I put up my end of the bargain. Now it's time for y'all to put y'all end of the bargain up." After that, we get a promo with Eddie Kingston. That's with Ortiz and the Lucha Brothers. They are talking to Eddie Kingston, and they are saying that you are so upset. You're so still in some type of trance that you're on the verge of being fired. We need you to get better. Tranquilo a little bit. And the outcome Bastard Pac, he was like, dude, he crapped on Eddie Kingston and walked away. Eddie Kingston almost beat the crap out of him right then and there, but that didn't happen. I thought that was pretty good. I'm really starting to like the Eddie Kingston where he's being upset and hating everything what's happening as of right now. So after that, we get the Ari Shivari, the leader of the Trustbusters, versus Hook for the FTW title. Now, if you don't know anything about this storyline consists of that Ari gave a check for $50,000 for the possession of the FTW belt. Hook is like, no, that's not going to happen. So now we get a title match with Ari and Hook for the FTW title. Before the match even starts, Ari lets him know that before we even get this taken care of, he literally pulls either a Ted DiBiase or the Godfather type thing, where Godfather's like, I'll give you these women and you don't have to fight, or Ted, I'll give you this money and you don't have to fight. So he was like, hey, I don't, apparently you might not have a checking account. So I give you this money, you give me the title. Hook knocks the money out of his hands. There's money all over the ring. It was a pretty decent match. Ari has a waiter. I think his name is Jeeves. So he goes and does a lot of shenanigans. The pretty long match when it comes to Hook. But eventually, Ari does get put in the red room. He does fade out, and he does win the match. The Jeeves assistant comes in. Our Hooks look at him and puts him into the red room as well, knocking him out as well. I thought that was pretty cool. I enjoyed that as well. After that, we get a Ethan Page and Stokely Hathaway talking to, of course, their new member of the firm, Matt Hardy, and they said now since Matt Hardy asks where's Private Party, and Stokely says they're in the Stokely Academy trying to get back, get their fundamentals back. So Stokely lets him know that you will have a match. He's like, what, on Dynamite? Like, no, you're gonna have it on Dark Elevation. And Matt Hardy starts rapping, and they was like, oh, okay. So they walked away, and I was really weirded out by that as well. It didn't make any sense. So like, I'll see y'all Monday, and I was like, yeah, we'll see you Monday, because that was very weird. After that, we get Layla Gray versus Willow Nightingale. It was a it was a good match. It was a really good match. We got Karen Hogan with a super kick to interfere. But that wasn't even close to it. Of course, we get Willow Nightingale with the Dr. Bomb. Really nice Dr. Bomb. Clearly winning the match. Tony Schiavone getting into the ring and officially giving Willow Nightingale you are now officially all elite. She is now officially part of the roster. And that was very cool. That was very nice. But we get Jade Cargill right behind that with a chair in her hand. I'm thinking she's going to attack everybody in the ring. But she doesn't. She sits down and she says, I'm not going anywhere until I get my title. And she says, I'm going to wait until the count of 10 to get my belt. Nyla Rose gets on the Titantron. She's on the Titantron. And on top of her stealing the belt, they stole her rent-a-car as well. So she tells the baddies to go after her. I mean, just a hot mess. Security comes in. She waves lace to all security yet again. And that leads to now, instead of Rouge versus 10, we have Rouge versus 10 versus Orange Cassidy. Now, we do get a video package of them talking, and they're in a bar, and Rouge is talking to 10, and, they are still trying to get this contract for him to be part of Rouge's faction, which is not even a faction anymore. But out comes Orange Cassidy from the bar stand, and he's like, yeah, I won this. Well, I won this not too long ago. I'll put it up against both of y'all. And that's where that came in for all three of them to face each other. It was a pretty decent match. Well, it was the match of the night. It had to be the match of the night. It was really good. Let me take that back. I'll say the first match was the match of the night. This was okay due to the fact that the storyline made no sense for all three of them to be facing each other. Not even Rouge is supposed to be facing 10. It was supposed to be Andrade. So, but, Orange Cassidy did win. He won with an orange punch, knocking Rouge out of the ring and trying to put the beach break on 10, but he rolls out. He tries to do a reversal, but Orange does a reversal of his own, putting his hands in his pocket and getting the 3 count. I want to talk a little bit about the ending, where -1 comes back out and 10 grabs him, and I guess -10 wants to fight Rouge, but that doesn't happen. Rouge looks back at the ring, looking at Orange Cassidy. That nothing happened with that issue as well. Of course, Jose the assistant chimed in with with of course Danhausen putting a curse on Jose the assistant and punching him in the dick, knocking him out, eliminating him from the equation as well. But, once again, I don't know what the situation is with Andrade. if it was me, I would have dropped the entire storyline because Andrade is the leader and Rouge is, his second in command. But the way it's looking now, Rouge is the number one person and Jose is his second in command. Henceforth, Private Party is not even part of that group anymore because they sold Private Party to the firm. What? Like what? I'm like, what? Like head explosion would. Drop the whole storyline altogether. Figure out what you want to do with 10 because it looks like y'all want to do a lot with 10. 10 is he's a good looking guy when it comes to physique, and I've seen him wrestle today. He was a really good wrestler one-on-one. It seems like he does have injury issues, but other than that, I mean, come on, let's see what the young man can do. One of the questions were, do you want to get rid of the faction altogether? No, don't get rid of the faction altogether. Just let them run and do what they want to do altogether. There's nothing wrong with, them having I got a fly in here. I mean, a gnat. It's a gnat. I hate flying objects. But they can still be a faction. They will just have to lead their own little, have their own storylines, but still have them still part of the, the Dark Order. NWO, I mean, they were part of the NWO, but I mean, they still did their own things as well. So I understand what they're talking about, but get rid of this storyline. If you're not going to allow him to be a part of the faction, the storyline should be done right now. What is the point of y'all putting Orange Cassidy in a triple threat that had nothing to do with him? Nothing. I mean, I'm still lost, but even the video package made no sense to me. Sometimes you gotta make it make sense. Sometimes you truly have to make it make sense. And that didn't make any sense. Did you want more star power on the show? That's cool. I'm cool with that. Nothing wrong with getting more star power on the card. Make another story. Make something else other than you making a triple threat with somebody that's not even in the storyline. But I digress. I truly digress. That was the last thing of that. Like, share, and subscribe. Like, share, subscribe. Send the people Send the people you don't like. Look at that. I got Orange Cassidy. Actually, no, that's not Orange Cassidy. Yeah, Orange Cassidy is behind the camera right there, and that's of course Adam Hangman Page. I'll talk about him Sunday on an update with his concussion protocol. But other than that, I mean, the best is truly yet to come. Congratulations to Willow Nightingale for now being. I hate you, Nat, for being now all elite. Until next time, I'll see y'all tomorrow. On Halloween Havoc. But the best is truly yet to come, you guys. Love, peace, and of course, wrestling.